next chapter's called This Really Sucks. I'm going to talk about the food in the middle of a crisis. Yes, I am, because everyone has to eat. How do freezer meals save our life? I come before you again tonight with more Jimmy John's. This is just turning into at least a fast food eating out week for mom and sometimes other people. And no, my Jimmy John's unwedges or my Wendy's triple with no bun, that's not in my grocery budget. So whenever I have my $1,500 for March, and really a lot of that food goes even beyond March with me prepping and getting some in the freezer, we'll be eating that $1,500. You know, cook once, eat for 3 months. We'll be eating those meals. So when we get home tonight, I'm going to show you how those meals are saving my mom a life at home. But anyway, it's been like 6.5 hours since we fed the mom, so I have 2 Jimmy John's unwedges in here. And that's also what I ate at 12:30 today. It's now about 6:30. And so for bonus points, an important friend of mine contacted me this morning, hospital situation, and I have been there all day, and I will be back all day tomorrow because they have a lot of important testing and everybody needs support. And so, hey, look, we meal prepped. I'll show you when I get home the directions that I gave, and we are gonna pull some things together. But I'm gonna eat and finish watching through a video I need to do some voiceover for, and I will probably do that voiceover before I pull in my driveway, because again, working mama life, and then show you the food and go from there. They have what's called a Beach Club unwedge. I got that. And they have a Jimmy Cabano unwedge. I added tomatoes and lettuce to that. I also got a bottle of water and I got a pickle. I'm so hungry. This will be good. I am going home to do dinner for all of those people, but I've got a few things I've got to finish first, and I must have my brain for that. And actually, yes, they already have direction at home to wash and cut and get potatoes roasting. I was just going to do some olive oil and some lemon and some quick things to that salmon we bought at Aldi the other day and get that in the oven for like 15 minutes. But mama's got to think and get a little work done. If I was a perfect person who had the blood sugar levels of a person who could drive home, do dinner, eat, and then get my work done, but instead I'm going to eat, get my work done, go home, do dinner for my large household, and then I'll probably walk a little bit and get to bed nice and early because I need to be back at the hospital in the morning. Hi, I'm down with a casserole dish. These freezers are they're helping pull some things together because I will also be gone tomorrow. So I'm gonna set out, we'll look at the big fridge upstairs, but these are those shredded chicken meat cuts. We got it for $2.49 a bag at Sharp Shopper. And part of the direction I gave today as I was given info on the phone was for them to pull out, let's reorganize this a little bit, for them to pull out Red Baron pizzas that were here. We've got to organize. The Red Baron pizzas were here. We got them from Sharp Shopper, and that's what they're here for. Hey, look, unexpected important friend in the hospital. Mom's doing these things for a bit. So one of the texts I said today was, hey, you guys get that box of Red Baron pizzas. Also, I told them to get 2 more bags of freezer meal sandwiches, take them upstairs earlier today so they would have them for tomorrow. We got sandwiches bags in there, and then this whole shelf was stocked full of them, and it's slowly dwindling. Now, we have had Sloppy Joes in here. Okay, so this is a gallon bag of Sloppy Joes from November. This is a gallon bag of fried rice from August. Here we are, March 2025. We will have these find their purpose in life. So that's good. That's what things are in here for. Also, we have 1 gallon bag, actually 2 gallon bags of gravy. Because we have sandwiches they already put out to defrost, will I pull the gravy? It would be like in 2 days, this gravy would be a thing. Maybe I will do that. Hey, look, we meal prepped for the weekend. And gravy is such a hot commodity. We're gonna pull both gallon bags. organize here a minute. Now, we do have some things, some like 9x13s we've put in here. I have 3 of the unstuffed pepper casseroles, and I have, I think 2. One is a 10x15, 3 meatloaves. But we just finished a good round of meatloaf minis. I wasn't trying to meatloaf us yet. And of course we have the turkey, hot dogs. I have some sausages and those Hebrew National hot dogs. We have things to work with. It's just, I was gone a full day. I'll be gone tomorrow. I might have a couple days of being gone half days. We don't know. We don't know this bingo card yet, but we're about to find out. So my family knew I was running out this morning and that it was an emergency, quick, unplanned for, all of that. That's what emergencies are. So they continued on with their routine for the day. All plans, systems, routines in action, even if mom's not here, so that's helpful. We know that my refrigerator upstairs has a variety of things and fruit and such. We didn't have any dinner leftovers. They did roasted potatoes tonight. They did 2 pans of those. There's a pan left. I was going to do the salmon, but I don't have it in me to do it tonight, even though it's a 15-20 minute thing. Just couldn't do it. But they did potatoes and fruit, and that's it for tonight. And then also, hey, look, we meal prep. So I did tell them to pull a stack of sandwiches. I told them to get 16. It was just my odd number. Get 16, put them on the counter, let them defrost. Some of those actually were also eaten. And so I'm gonna pull some muffins too. So this is like, we just did all this. We just did all this a week ago, and things get used in life. And we have some individual soup portions. We still have that pepper steak. That might be a good option. Well, I'm pulling a lot already, so we will get all of this upstairs. And then I'm just gonna get the refrigerator set up a bit for me being gone tomorrow too. Here's the other pans of roasted potatoes from tonight. They are very delicious. They did salt and some garlic powder, I think, and some olive oil. Here's signs of garlic powder in use. Maybe someone had some thoughts and thought different about the everything bagel seasoning, or maybe there was something else that happened today. But I'm gonna get a sheet pan here. And what we're gonna do, this won't necessarily help with tomorrow, but when something unexpected happens, the days get backed up. So again, we're meal prepping for the weekend here. We'll have some fried rice option, some sloppy joes, these in here. I did find some more Sharp Shopper yogurt. So these will be put in here. And then this is the stack of sandwiches that's left from today. I told them to get out 16, so I think they got like 8 here. There's 2 more bags of breakfast sandwiches. That is great. So again, I just like to set out the options. We should run back down. We need to get some more lunch meat up here because that makes for a quick option. And don't think they know. Here's someone's gluten-free baking, okay? Don't think they know that these sausage bags are up here. These were really popular. Hold on here. So, whoops, okay, dropping things. I'm gonna put those down here. It just is kind of our visible, like, stuff's ready, grab and go spot. And I know you won't be surprised. I haven't got to my big batch French toast situation that I've been trying to do for over a week now. So this is why it's helpful though. We'll put this here. Also, I found a few loose mandarins. We will go back downstairs to get lunch meat. I might as well bring up more sandwiches. It's gonna be a need. They'll have the potatoes. Oh, muffins. Toddler helped me carry these upstairs. And they got dropped on the stairs, but that's okay. So we'll move on over. So muffins, sandwiches, lunch meat, plenty to work with. We have eggs, you know, Got plenty, even if Mom's not here. Nice. They have some nice topping options. I'm going to do the vinegar and the olive oil. Well, who knew? We have a feast in the sunshine. Got some wonderful lentil soup and a wonderful situation there. I forget the name of it. And an absolutely loaded salad. These are just more snacky thoughts for later if I needed them. And here's how that worked out. So far, we made it a good day for that lentil soup, and I'm still working on the salad. Now we're going to check out this wonderful bowl. I think it was chickpea masala and quinoa. So that looks delicious. Oh, and it's got Brussels sprouts in it too. It's like all the favorite things. So we have all the bright and blaring sun, but I'm tearing up this hospital lunch. I was getting ready to go out to Jimmy John's or Chick-fil-A or Wendy's or somewhere, and on the way out, based on where I parked, I thought I'm just gonna check, because yesterday all they had was burgers and pizza. And I thought I can't let this be a time, although I could. It would be okay if I let this be a time that I had carbs in my meal. But I also have a way that I eat that works for me, and I tried to honor that. So on my way out, I just thought I'd do a little walkthrough to see what they had today. And they had this Indian food, which is quinoa and chickpeas, and so you had Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, all kinds of deliciousness, and that lentil soup. And then that salad, which we are getting to the end of. I'm going to finish this, and that is fantastic for me. Also, I wanted to share with you this picture that I got from home today. Proud mama moment. So my household, one of the adults, all this mega mama big batch household living, they did sheet pan breakfast this morning. They hit those eggs hard. They did sheet pan eggs, sheet pan sausage, more sheet pan potatoes. I saw a pile of toast there. They got the whole situation happening. Now, a question. What about those breakfast freezer meal sandwiches we made from scratch that we put out last night to defrost? When are they going to eat those? And I was thinking about that. I'm like, you know what? I Googled. I was like, what's the average number Americans have over as guests? I worded it a little shorter, but the average amount of guests for American households. Americans on average serve 9 to 11 people for one meal on Thanksgiving. At our house, we serve minimum 10, up to 15, 3 meals a day, every day. So that's 90 meals a month and 60 snacks for 10. Even young adults who work and go in different directions and do their own thing are still eating at home, or even taking food from home, or eating whenever they get home. So even if I was only serving 8 to 9 or 7, it's a whole lot of food. So back to this morning of sheet pan breakfast, we're good, because obviously someone was inspired to get in the kitchen and do a big batch breakfast. That's fantastic. Let them use those skills, and those biscuit and bagel and sourdough English muffin sandwiches that we put out to defrost could be tomorrow's breakfast, could be lunches. It looks like they made a lot this morning, so they'll have leftovers. Also learning to cook for leftovers, so all those good life skills. So this morning's big batch, massive breakfast feast is just one of 3 Thanksgiving meals served up at my house today and every day after. We nailed it. Here's the final place. So you just put your tray, trash and all. I put my trash in the trash can outside, but it's a whole system, isn't it? Very nice. Good morning from another part of the hospital. Today we're running errands. Priorities. So it looks like they have a little yogurt, cottage cheese, and fruit bar in the morning. So we got Mom's breakfast this morning. Okay, so we're caffeinating. So with this important friend, I guess little known fact about me, or maybe you know this about me, if I have a friend or family member in a medical situation, I 100% will be there for them and advocate all the things. Because when a person's health is crashing, or there's an emergency, or there's anything, it's always helpful to not be alone and to have the support you need. And I have just had the opportunity, again, I like to say, pushing 50, Jamriel. I've had the opportunity to come alongside my family and friends who are in really hard hospital-centered situations, and they just need someone to be there with them and or someone to help them think of questions they might need to ask, to advocate for themselves, and or to be their next in line, make decisions for them if they need that level of support, if they don't have that, if they weren't able to make decisions for themselves, and understanding exactly, you know, what they want and how they want that honored. So very heavy things this week. I believe this is day 4 in this 2025 important friend situation. We didn't know this was on this week's bingo card. However, starting Tuesday, definitely fully activated Wednesday. A day in the hospital is like a week. So we got Wednesday, we got Thursday, today's Friday. Anyway, and it might be a few more days. And the last 2 nights, I have actually been sleeping here at the hospital with my important friend. And it's been very good because both nights there were situations where they really needed me to either, again, help them think of what to ask and have that additional care and support. So today they've given me a little list of errands. So I'm gonna go, again, caffeinating. Hospital cafeteria fed me again, pretty good. They're doing great on breakfast. Also, while I'm out, I'm gonna do a middle of the day drop in at home as long as everything is fine. Everything's looking really great right now. And if everything goes great today, they will be able to go home tomorrow, which is Saturday. If other needs come up today, then decisions will be made at that point. But as of right now, things are looking good. And so because of that, they feel comfortable with me going to do some errands for them. I'm going to go through Krispy Kreme and pick up a box of a dozen donuts, and they have a little gluten-free, coincidentally, a gluten-free bakery right there. So I'm going in for my gluten-free folks. So I'm gonna go home. We are going home for about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, probably 4. Driving time takes time. I'd like to be back to the hospital by about 4. It's 10:21 now. Errands, I should hopefully be home by noon-ish. No, 11:30, and then hopefully flip around, leave by 3:30-ish. Just time to gel. So everybody at home has their routine, they have their list, they have another adult, or plural, more than one adult there, and they're comfortable within their house. So all of that is good. So I'm going to bring home donuts and gluten-free cupcakes, spend a couple hours with them, might literally lay down on the living room floor and let my preschooler lay down with me, and I don't know what we'll do, but we'll just gel and be together for a couple hours. And then the other night we had set out the sausage gravy from the freezer, some sloppy joes. We did some things, we set some things out. Meal plan with me, okay? I don't believe we have any loose bread products other than, you know, the 12 dozen loaves of bread I got that I was gonna do freezer French toast. Well, that's coming in handy now. If everybody's fine with it, which they should be, They should be fine if we put the defrosted sausage gravy in the slow cooker. And they can have sausage gravy over toast. Great. Gee, where's my biscuits in the freezer ready to go when I need them, right? But that's okay, we got lots of other things to work with. And then tomorrow, of course I gotta stand in front of my refrigerator and look at this food, but tomorrow I could leave direction for them to dump the Sloppy Joe mix in the slow cooker, and they could have that on sandwich bread or on toast. Everything's funner with buns, you know. Anyway, thanks for this morning chat. Let's go do our errands. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the car, go get, oh, good thing we got sunlight at least, my goodness. Gluten-free cupcake time. Look at that. Deal then 4, okay. They'll love it, thank you so much. Okay, thank you. So we got a dozen for 25, which normally a dozen is 40. These were yesterday's cupcakes. I was only gonna get 4 to 6. Okay, I think it'll make sense for them to sit back here. They're beautiful. So many delicious looking flavors. So nice. And the other thing that I liked is that the dozen was already picked out. Otherwise, if you do the dozen for 40, you get the joy of standing there and picking all the ones you want for the different flavors of the day. And I did see they had some gluten-free Swiss roll ones, which I have some gluten-free, sugar-free recipes for similarly inspired. But that, guess what? That cooking didn't get done this week. Alrighty, mission accomplished. Krispy Kreme donuts. Hey, look, prepping for St. Patrick's Day. Also St. Patrick's Day themed donuts, and then an assorted donut box. Alrighty, made it home. Just got a hospital call though, and not great stuff. So I will not be home all afternoon. I am just hopefully doing a 30-minute stop in and hey, let's visit. And then flip around to important hospital stuff. And now there's going to be another afternoon procedure that was not on the bingo card that now is.
Yeah, right. Where you headed?
That's exciting! Congratulations to her!
I feel like saying, okay team, here's what we worked out. Now, if this was not what it is, I could pack meals. But I'm not worried about that as far as myself, because I have lots of folks at home that are taken care of. And so all I can do is make my little things I can control food choices. So I've got 2 burgers without a bun. Looks like I got another pickle in there. Lettuce, tomato, onion, balsamic side salad. I'm gonna mix this all together. And hey, look, we're having lunch. Good morning, happy day 5. Another procedure happening. So added my little flavor packs to the water. Just ate that. That was delicious. And hold on, there's more in my pickle blenders here. So I don't have time or really feel like eating the hospital eggs again this morning. So this is what. Okay, adventures. We also are cart pushers. And we are being moved to another hospital. So I'm hauling the stuff, and I'm gonna take it over there. And we're gonna have some adventures over yonder. I couldn't find my car for a minute, but thankfully it's the dirtiest one here, and I just found it. I'd like the peanut butter banana crunch flatbread. Also a buffalo chicken wrap.
That comes with a choice of one side.
Do you have that slaw?
The
Apple slaw?
Apple slaw?
Yeah.
Will that be all?
And then I will take a peanut butter cup smoothie.
A peanut butter cup smoothie?
Yes.
Will that be all?
Yes, thank you.
Alrighty, total is $21.85.
Thanks. So Mama's tired, but I mean, again, in these kind of situations, don't matter that I'm tired. We are doing the thing. So we are transferring to a big university hospital that has some stuff there that we don't have over here. So we're gonna go over yonder. It's a decent drive, and if I didn't mention I'm tired, I'm tired. So anyway, the good news is University Hospital hopefully can do some stuff quick. I'm going to have a peanut butter cup smoothie and not care, and I'm going to have a peanut butter banana crunch wrap. I'm going to also get some Starbucks that I'm not going to drink now, but to come with me. And that's how some of the food is going down. They also have this delicious buffalo wrap. I'm so hungry. So it's time to eat, and I may not eat all of this now, but it's traveling. It's traveling food. It's staying awake food, because I am probably on 3 hours or so from last night, and I've had several nights of like broken hospital sleep. And you'll be so proud of my folks. Sorry, I keep looking for my order to come. Be so proud of my folks at home. They've been sending me pictures. I got the picture today that'll show you the gravy in the slow cooker. One of them made like 4 dozen or so homemade biscuits. Mama's proud. And yeah, so they're having biscuits and gravy today. I gave them direction for, and of course there's other food choices, but I gave them direction tomorrow for dumping the sloppy joes in the slow cooker. It's Saturday now. It's like captain's log at the hospital. This started Tuesday. We've been there since Wednesday. And I've been back and forth to home at different times. It's just best for me to stay, because when I go, that's of course when stuff happens. And so it's easier. So anyway, we're gonna eat and drive and do the things. Okay, here we go. Do we do what they call a mukbangs on YouTube? Years ago, I used to see these all the time. I won't really eat this whole thing in front of you, but things in a pinch when mama don't care and is tired. This is a crunch wrap. It's got granola and bananas and peanut butter. It's so divine. After I would have a baby, I would have someone bring me these and a peanut butter banana cup milkshake. This is like my order for tropical smoothie. So it has been a long time. So now I'm going to drive over the river and through the woods. I also got my Starbucks almond milk and stevia situation, and we're doing the thing. Well, I passed some kind of test, because all these distractions, like train moving, cars behind me, all that, got my SUV into a small little parking place. Remind me I'm on level A. I was gonna look into the valet, and then my mind just kind of buzzed over, and we're here. Now I'm gonna figure out how to consolidate and get stuff in. Just little stuff getting in. Okay, new day. I don't know if it's day 5 or day 12, but we're doing it. And here's a picture of what I slept in last night. So we're going for coffee. We did stretches. Can I get scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage patty, turkey patty? Basically protein.
That's it?
Yeah.
Get going.
Thank you. And over here, oh, they do have all the delicious things. Get the salad bar ready for later. Okay. I forgot how the coffee worked here, but I see that now. I won't get a clue with that. So I'm getting a system where I drink my hot coffee and then I want iced coffee. That's how I get the caffeine in right now. So this is a whole beautiful bowl situation, and it's called root It's natural kitchen. That was fun. Okay, dinner time. Things I would like to eat while I sit. Okay, salad bars get out. One burger left with no bun, so I'm going to have them do that for me, and I'm going to do a salad. I am not hungry at all, but something to do this evening to move. Been a long day. I think I got 12,000 steps though. I just walked the hallways a bunch. Now I'm gonna go try to sleep in a chair. So this is like a tour of the bathroom where I get ready at the hospital every day. I did bring a duffel bag, but I condensed things into a Walmart bag so I can get off and on the unit easier. I'm in that living in the hospital vortex, but last night I mastered sleeping in a chair, which is pretty good. Just kind of slept on my side with my feet and knees curled in a chair in front of me, and I had 3 pillows, so I'm pretty much winning. Yay. Okay, we got another morning, double coffees, did fruit. So happy St. Patrick's Day meal. Hi there. I know that folks don't like driving and videoing, so let me just start with that. But I am not looking at my camera, and I feel like it's no different if I had a phone call that came through my earbud and I'm looking and I'm driving and I'm talking. So even though I'm talking to hundreds of thousands of people around the world, I'm not looking at my phone. I'm just looking forward on this road, and I am driving, and we are having a phone call. Okay, you ready? Ready, Freddy? Okay, so I have this bingo card, and I don't like it. I don't know how to exchange this bingo card, but I got one. And I will say, me and my folks are safe. Got it? We're all good. I got another situation, and it ain't great. And it has required me to do a lot of running and a lot of in and out over the past 9 days. It's gonna probably be a few more weeks of heavy running. So I try to make content where I focus on the food. All I'm trying to do, content-wise, is process 380 pounds of tomatoes, make 30 quarts of spaghetti sauce at a time too, and get a bunch of meals in the freezer. And life does not allow me to just run my kitchen beautifully every day and make beautiful, aesthetic food videos. I don't get to just consistently take you grocery shopping and then with the food buy the food that we were eating and that food only stayed in that month, I could actually get my grocery budget down even more. But because I've always, for 2 decades, I've been handling a large and growing household, which, most days right now it's 10, we can have 15 or more. Just depends, have one family over the house, have friends over, the numbers grow. So, over these past 9 days, where I've had my bingo card extravaganza up a notch, the meal plan worked. What you and I did when we did these last 2 big freezer cooking days in March, I was able to get 2 big freezer cooking days in, right? Didn't we? I know we did that one where we did 12 loaves of bread sandwiches. We did a lot of soups. I said a lot. 6 to 8, 9 by 13s. We did some stuff. I know in February we made homemade sourdough biscuits, homemade sourdough English muffins. When you're in crisis, homemade nothing don't matter squat. When you are living out active crisis, this is my active crisis here. Chicken nuggets from Walmart is food. Okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have to eat. Your people have to eat. So while I've been in and out a lot, that chicken that we bought at Costco, my folks at home have done sheet pan chicken. They did more broccoli. There's been some homemade cookies made, homemade cupcakes with some buttercream filling. Those sloppy joes, one of the times that I came home quickly, we went through the freezer, you and me together. I don't know that I'll be able to show or share all of that footage, but we go through the freezer and I got out more breakfast sandwiches. I got out the sloppy joes. That's the other thing. We got out 2-gallon bags of gravy from the freezer that we meal prepped. I had my folks, they made homemade biscuits. I think they made like 4 or 5 dozen and they were gone quick. But they made homemade biscuits. And I do have other adults at my house. So even when Mama is handling stuff, gravy defrosted and they poured the gravy into the slow cooker and then made homemade biscuits. I had also told them they could have it on toast. They took the homemade sloppy joe mix that we made. I think that was from the summer. Defrosted it, poured it in the slow cooker. Now, I did, and I know you don't care that I did some Walmart orders, but during this unexpected bingo card crisis, I did put in some more Walmart order stuff, and I'm honestly not even thinking too much about my grocery budget right now because it doesn't matter. But I did put in some snacks for the house. They've had muffins, they've had fruit, but I did put in some snacks, and I did put in hamburger buns. Because yes, they could have the sloppy joes on toast or on bread. It's nice to have sloppy joes on buns. The good thing is, Mama filled in the freezer twice this winter. Hey, hello, it's spring now. Those freezer meals that we did in February and earlier in March, where I say, we'll use those as needed over the next 6 to 12 weeks, we have been slamming hard on those these last 9 days. And they've been filling in, their mama, they've been filling in, doing fantastic, getting some sheet pan chicken down with some olive oil and salt and pepper and sometimes a little lemon, and I don't know what all they're doing, but I get pictures and it's looking great. I think they also did roasted potatoes. They did sheet pan eggs, sheet pan sausage, sheet pan roasted potatoes too. So they are cooking fresh while Mama's in and out and using the freezer meals. And that, hey look, we meal prepped, that's what we're doing. And so this bingo card ain't done, like I said, and I have to really implement what I have continued to live and walk out with taking care of myself and my one life and watching my nervous system, and I'm going to have to rest as much as I can, probably the next 2 days, and then next week is rock and roll. Don't mind me, we're just on the phone again. I'm just driving and on a phone call. That's all that's happening here. So I did get to go home yesterday. I had a little bit longer yesterday at home than the week before when I tried to go home for a little bit, but there was just another emergency. So went back last night. Now I think I really will be home for a few days. And I'm tired, but we're doing the thing. And in an emergency, it doesn't always matter that you're tired, but I day 12 of whatever life emergency we are now living through. How do freezer meals save our life? So I just, more of those muffins that we made, I just brought up maybe 4 dozen more. I'm home for, what will it end up being? Maybe 36 hours, a little bonus noodles there. I had one of my young adults yesterday make homemade spaghetti sauce and do some noodles. I also threw another another sweet potato in the slow cooker. These are the last 4 packs of deli meat from Sharp Shopper that have been in the freezer, and that's good. Got some bacon out of the freezer. We have the cheese that we sliced. Yay. Also, I pulled out, this is probably 18 or so of those freezer sandwiches. The household also has things like some more Walmart bagels. I have put in a few fill in the gaps Walmart orders as needed, but also along with that, freezer meals are shining through. They got some hot dogs out to defrost. There's some Texas toast I had ordered, along with 4 more boxes of eggs. Yes, to feed the people. That's ripped apart hard-boiled eggs. Those will be gone here shortly. I did those this morning while I'm home. And I do need to get some more milk, though. We've got like 4.5 gallons left of chocolate milk, only 2 gallons left of white milk. And so this is part of how we're feeding the people in the middle of crisis. Okay, another day, another hospital breakfast. We got a whole system here now. Iced coffee with unsweetened almond milk. Hot coffee with unsweetened almond milk. It's a whole thing. So I have spent many evenings and many mornings walking these hallways, tennis shoes activated. Got 20,000 steps yesterday, so that's a sign of hope around here. Okay, another day, another lunch. Hi there. I'll take the white rice and the butter chicken. Looks so good. And is that potatoes, hon? Yep. I'll take some potatoes. I'll take these next 4 things. Yes, please. Is that kind of like an egg roll? But yeah, I'll take one of those. Thank you.
Which one?
This whole, I don't know what it is with hospitals and Indian food, but I'm here for it, and this is soothing my soul today. Yes, I'm with a giant sunflower. It makes sense. It has been 15 days, and I am taking my important friend home today. Looks like I've been traveling on vacation. I've been traveling to hospitals. Giant flower coming through. Don't remember where I parked, but we'll figure that out. I'm currently on A. I think I parked on M. Who knows? We're about to find out. I know I parked close to the door this time. Okay, this is me and my giant flower. You can't see me. I'm unlocking a car, but we will get our giant flower in there. Start unloading all the bags. Finally, the different times I would go home, I just started packing like I was going to the airport, because taking bags on wheels, being transferred around hospitals is easier.